So what we're going to talk about next is how to update records. Okay, so to do that, we're going to use update. We would update something. So you say a table name and then set, and then whatever you want to update. For example, country equals Canada. Now you got to be careful here too. If I say update the table name customer set country to Canada, that means every single row will be set to country Canada. So it's the same thing, delete. Make sure to add a where there to be specific about which row you want to change. So let's say for some reason, Robert Luna won't move to Canada. So customer ID is 2, is that Robert Luna? You remember here? And if I do that, he's now in Canada. Okay. So make sure to add a where there, otherwise you're going to update everything. And that's pretty much how you update anything. Just after the set, you specify what columns you want to update. And then here, some narrow down, some filtering to make sure you don't change everybody's rows by accident. Okay. You want to try what happens when I see without the where? Click run. Everybody's now from Canada. Let's see what happened. So that's really bad. So I'm going to refresh. So I get a reset everything. So their countries are reset. Obviously, in the real world, you don't get this reset like I just did. So be careful. Is there an undo feature, or do you have to redo the entire database? Yeah, so you have to be careful about database. Usually people keep backups. That is, every few moments in time, it backs up the database to a certain point in time. So you could technically try to bring it back to a certain point in time. You know how people might do really bad things to the database, so that's how you recover. Now, if there's an undo feature, I don't know. There might be a way to, like, I know database, you can log everything you do. So there might be a way of kind of going back to a previous snapshot. Now, if you're working with programming languages, typically what you do is what's called a transaction. You try to do something, but if anything fails, it will just revert back, what's called a rollback. But that's just on the application, like the client side, not in the database itself. If somebody were to manually go into the database and try to do stuff, that's another matter. Can we export, import data in SQL? Absolutely. You can always make what's called a dump of the data, and there are different kinds of dumps. Usually you can do that with a command in a command line. Any of your database servers, you can do that.